Hi, this is Carolyn, and welcome to Wisdom from the Angels. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time, please hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it so that you'll get email notifications of new videos as they're uploaded. And I upload all the time. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the tribe. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so appreciative of you wanting to spend a few minutes with me. As you know, my readings are never very long as I respect your time, and I am just appreciative and thankful that you've shown up again. Okay? All right, so I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy. This is Hump Day. This is February the 4th, 2021. Wow, we are at February already. Is it the 4th or the 3rd? The 3rd. Hello. I'm just rushing the week right on along. Sorry about that. Anyway, I hope everyone is healthy. I hope that you're all doing well, and I hope that your families are too. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and call in the angels. And first, we're going to clear the air. Okay, so let's clear the energy. Okay, so I hope everyone's doing well out there. I'm going to also now go ahead and call in the angels, okay? Heart linking, middle finger and thumb, all right? Okay, and for those of you who are new, I'll explain afterwards. First, let's call in the angels, and I'm going to start with the prayer of invitation or the invitation to bring in the angelic energy. Angels, accept my heart link invitation and join your energy with mine. Thank you for all that you do. Surround and guide and protect as we bring in the messages that are necessary at this time. We're also going to invite in the archangels, the ascended masters, your guardian angels, and your spiritual teams. We're also going to bring in the spirit totems, the animal totems, as well as all beings who are benevolent from all space and time. All right. Angels, we are so grateful and thankful. We are so appreciative. And we are so humbled by your being in our lives. Thank you so much for all of our blessings. Thank you for everything that you do. And thank you for showing up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go ahead. First, I'm going to explain the heart link. Oh, I use my quartz in my hand to really bring in that energy of unconditional love because that's what the angels are all about. I also have a piece of, and I'm going to show you this. It's called Celestine, and it is the crystal that is also associated with the angelic realm. And it sits on my desk, and I do my desk according to feng shui because I am a feng shui master as well, and IET master, Reiki master. I do more than just take a workshop on a weekend and then go out and say, oh, I've been doing this. No, I've been doing this for a while. Anyway, I love crystals. They're all over my home. My pups love the crystals. In fact, if they're not feeling well, they'll go lay next to one. And I have a couple of really big ones, rose quartz and kyanite and selenite. And they'll go find one and lay next to it when they're really not doing well. And that's always a hint that something's up. But anyway, I'm going to explain this. This is called the heart link. We take our middle finger and our thumb and we join them together. It is from the tradition known as IET, also known as integrated energy therapy. It is a modality of hands-on healing that can be learned, and there are 5 levels. And you can learn all 3 become a master instructor at some point when you feel like that you're called to it. And at some point you may be invited to become a master teacher. IET began in the late 80s. It was brought to and downloaded into Stephen Thayer, and it has been active since that time, and it has now gone around the world, actually. And so IET classes are taught all the time in different places around the world. And so if it's something you're interested in, you can go to the IET website, which is www.learniet.com, and get information about classes, and also maybe set up a session on the site with someone in your area if you want in person. I offer remote or distance sessions, and you can reach me by sending me an email, and the email address is listed below. Everything you need to know about me is in the box below. So if you want a 15-minute free chat, send me an email. We'll set something up. And that's not to coax you into my services, but you may want to chat and find out, if you're on your spiritual journey, what could be the next step. You might also consider, hey, I just want to know, is there someone in my area who does what I'm looking for? It could be also you're just starting out and you want a little encouragement. So go ahead, drop me an email, and I'll get back to you, okay? If you haven't heard from me in about a week, send it again, because sometimes it goes to spam. I try to check spam at times, but we're in Mercury retrograde, and you know what that means. Communication is usually off. Mercury rules communication. It also rules cars and technology and travel. So if you're traveling and your schedules are off, that may be why. If you are having conversations or in negotiations with someone and things are like really going awry, that may be why. If you are also just having, your own thoughts and wondering, why do I feel scattered? It's Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde happens 3 or 4 times a year. It lasts for 3 weeks. However, it is a post-season and a pre-season time period. So it feels more like 5 or 6 weeks. And it began last Saturday, which was also my granddaughter's first birthday. And it goes until February the 20th, when Mercury goes direct. So it lasts for a period about 3.5, 4 weeks. And then there's a post-Mercury retrograde, which lasts another 7 days. Going into Mercury retrograde is much more intense than the hind part coming out of it. So that's just an FYI for you. Anyway, today I always share my decks that I'm going to be using with you. And today we're going to be using The Magic of You by Fiona Horn, and my old favorite by Radley Valentine, and you all know this one, Angel Answers. Okay? All right, so I'm going to be using those 2 decks. And while my readings are timeless, this is going to be for Wednesday, February the 3rd of 2021. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. A 5-5 day. If you take the February 3rd, that's a 2 and a 3, that's 5. And then you take 2021, that's another 5. 5-5 day. If you add those 2 together, you end up with a 1. Wow. So tomorrow, Wednesday, a day of shift and change. So if you start to feel like things are shifting and changing in your world, start to look and see what may be going on. All right, angels, what's the message for today? What's the message for today? Angels, what are the messages 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 for, they're saying tape 3, okay, today, all right. All right, let me put on my glasses because there is some fine point around here. I'm not necessarily seeing very clearly. So, the first card that's coming up is Protection. Can you see that? And looks like porcupine looks like it's coming out of her back, like kind of prickly things. The caption underneath it says, set personal boundaries. If you're someone like me who didn't grow up with boundaries, they're telling you that it's time to set them. That there are some areas that are coming up in your life where boundaries are necessary, and it could be in relationships. She is saying that she doesn't always have her thorns up, but she keeps them handy. This is one way of depicting one's boundaries. And it could also be about having people around you who are naysayers. Perhaps you're doing a new project and you're hearing that it's not a good time. The people around you who are saying this isn't a good idea, or you really want to do that, they may not have your best interest at heart. They may have something else in mind, or feel that they know best what's best for you. And this card is saying, use your own judgment, have your own personal boundaries in place. No one knows what is best for you. It doesn't mean that once you have a boundary in place that you can't change your mind, but make sure you're changing your mind for the right reasons and that it is something that resonates for you. You can also use use your boundaries to not only to protect yourself, but while you're in a protection mode, you can also ask the angels for guidance, for further guidance. The number on this is 26. The 2 plus 6 in numerology equals the number 8. 8 is a sign of infinity. It is also the number 8, all about manifestation and prosperity and abundance. So if there's something that you've been trying to manifest in your life, if there's something that you've been truly seeking and it has not appeared yet, have compassion for yourself. Be gentle with yourself as you're manifesting. Make certain that your words are positive. Ask for what you truly desire and ask it in a way that is simple. And it doesn't have to be a long sentence. It can be, simply, universe, I desire more harmony in my world. Now, when we ask for things, sometimes things get worse before they get better. And you may say, well, why is that? Well, that's the universe preparing you for knowing the difference and knowing the contrast between when something is very powerful, when something is for your highest and best good, and when it is something that you truly have desired for a while, so that you really are clear that yes, it has arrived and I am so grateful and thankful. And always say thank you when you are working with the angels or any other beings. Thank them for their time. Thank the ascendant masters. Thank your guides. Thank your guardian angels. And start to really see how your life can really change. And it is possible, because this is the year of change. This is the year of how things are not going to be the same as they were before. We're not going back to the old ways. So we need to really prepare ourselves and start to look forward to co-creating with the universe and using the angelic force to help us to start co-creating what that new change might look like for us. If you're someone who has your own business and maybe you had a brick and mortar structure, maybe start to look at how you can do it online. Maybe start to look at how you can do it from your laptop and be anywhere in the world. So, that laptop luxury lifestyle, start looking at that. It may be something that you wish to explore. Okay? All right, so think about that. What is it and where is it? Do you need to have firmer boundaries in your life? And it could be in relationships. Are you surrounded by a lot of naysayers or people who feel like they know better for you than you know for yourself? Are there a lot of, I keep hearing the word toxic, are there a lot of toxic people around you? Are there a lot of people that have like cultish-like relationships, their way or the highway? Start to decide what is good for you. What would remove that toxicity in your life? Or how can you show up in an empowered way where you're showing up with all of the ability to be yourself, to shine, to show others, this is who I am. Like me or not, I'm not changing to fit into your mold. This is who I am. Accept me for who I am. Okay? So that's how boundaries can be so beneficial to us. The next card that's coming up is Translucence, and it's number 33. 3 plus 3 in numerology is the number 6. And that's about harmony, love, and relationships. And this says, love the darkness. There's a crow here on this card. The crow symbolizes, or it's a raven. It's bigger than a crow, so it could be a raven. It almost looks like it's half bird and half horse. I'm going to look this one up. Translucence is all about us getting real clear about loving both the light and the darkness. It's about a time where we can go into the underworld and we can really explore what is happening and look at what is happening for ourselves. We may have been existing on one plane of reality where in reality there are other planes available to us and other planes that can show us. This looks like Persephone, who went into the underworld. She was a goddess, and she descended into the underworld because she was stolen by Hades. And I have a Persephone statue on my altar. But she, in this particular picture, her eyes are closed. Now, in traditional tarot, this would be the Fool. So this is the card that is signaling a new beginning. The beginning of the next magical adventure. See, her hair is down and it's flowing. And she looks like she's letting go. She looks like, the earth may be cracked and it may not look well, but I'm ready to step out and go on my own. I'm loving all of the energy around me, and I can protect myself. And it looks like her hands are saying, come on, I'm ready. I'm so enjoying both the ride and all of the darkness, because here's the deal. How you respond is up to you. It is a choice. Okay? The next card that's coming out is number 30. 3 plus 0 in numerology is a 3. And 3 is all about outcomes and creativity. And if you remember on the high vibe reading, we got the card, I rock, 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 and we're supposed to repeat that 20 times. And I'm sorry, I can't say it without smiling and starting to laugh because it just feels so magical. So I wonder if we started to just do that, how it might change our world. And the number 3 is all about outcomes, and the word here is serendipity. So this keeps talking about a magical time, a time of us having personal boundaries, a time of us really loving all of the shadow work and all that's showing up, as well as the message on this card, which is merge with the flow, number 30. Now, like I said, number 3 is all about outcomes. And so what outcome are you looking to have? Have you gotten clear about the outcome that you're searching for? This card, if I'm seeing this correctly. Okay, this is a maiden, and she looks like she is in a garden where there is lots of opportunities lining up. So this is saying trust in the light, trust in the shadow. Remember, we just had love the darkness. That was the card right before this. And it's saying trust what's showing up. You've been brought to this point for a reason, and you're perfectly at a point for opportunities and for the challenges that you have been facing to bring about new opportunities and serendipity to your life. And when we believe and we open ourselves up to receive, as Abraham Hicks says, That's a magical time. And just repeat, believe and receive for 2 days. And I just watched that video. See how your life can start to change. But you really have to be willing. And I think the big plants around her are all about the abundance of the universe. We live in a very abundant universe. We live at a time when, if we open ourselves to it, good fortune can embrace us. And this isn't magical thinking. This is us being in alignment with the universe. This maiden in this picture is growing with the abundance. She's growing with what is showing up. She's going with the flow, and she's accepting that everything happens in divine time. Everything happens the way that it is supposed to. And it happens in a way where we can start to really co-create with the universe. And if you believe you can co-create with the universe, oh my goodness, you've just opened up an entirely new world for yourself. A world full of abundance, a world full of change, a world full of magic. You know, when we signal to the angels that we are ready, watch and see what happens. You know, they can move mountains very, very quickly. You know, ask your creator. You know, don't be afraid of what shows up. The one thing you need to do is say thank you afterwards and move out the way. Don't have your expectations of how it should show up. And don't be alarmed when it does show up. Embrace it. Be excited. And let them know how grateful you are. And let them know that you are ready to really show up in a new magical way. Angels, is there another message in this deck? I'm saying take the top card. Okay. So for additional confirmation, they're saying no. Don't stop what is going on with you at this moment. They're saying say no to people who are naysayers. Say no to people who are around you that are saying it can't be done. If you're coming up with, if you're a business owner and you have a new idea, they're saying go with it, no matter how small it may be. They're also saying it's okay to say no. That is a complete sentence. So if someone has come to you with something that you really are not interested in, you really might even find that it is intrusive, and you may feel somewhat like you are being perhaps ridiculed, shamed, blamed, or I keep hearing they're trying to stomp your light out. Say no. Let the universe help you in co-creating what it is you truly desire. Allow the angels to support your dreams, because they're saying here's the next card that's coming out, romance. Now, romance is all about love. And remember, we can be in love with ourselves. We don't have to go looking for love outside of ourselves. And the people who have the most profound and lasting and healthy, loving relationships are those people who fell in love with themselves first. It's very difficult to love someone else wholeheartedly, unconditionally, until you truly know who are you. You know, I've heard people say, oh, my life will be better if I just had a partner. Things would get better. Oh, I wouldn't have to go through this alone. And maybe some of that may be true for you. That may resonate for a lot of you. But here's the deal, and I go back to COVID when we first went into lockdown. And did you look around and go, if you live by yourself, did you look around and go, gosh, I'm glad I live by myself, because I get to pick and choose when I want to interact with others. If I don't want to get dressed today, no one's picking at me. If I don't want to brush my teeth or wash my face, no one's telling me I smell. I mean, you know, those kinds of things. Then there are others who are like, gosh, I'm so glad I did have someone with me, because I don't know that I could have done this by myself. You could have, but maybe yet you're not ready for that experience. And then there are those who were together, and what did one attorney, she's a divorce attorney in New York, and she said in the first 3 months of COVID, she had more cases than she has all year of people who wanted to separate, get a divorce, and she was just waiting for the courts to open. The paperwork had been completed, notarized, and the money paid. She said that it was phenomenal that people, when they found out who they really were partnered with or who they really were living with, were like, nope, don't want this, nope, 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 nope. It can be enlightening. It can be an enlightening time. But one of the ways that you can have one of the most successful, profound, healthy relationships is to fall in love with yourself. And that is love your shadow, love all parts of you. It said, here, it said, love your shadow. And part of that is doing your own work. No one else can do it for you. I don't care how many relationships you're in. No one else can do your inner work. No one. And anyone who tells you they can, run. Anyone who tells you that you're not enough, run. Relationships, some people are addicted to drama. If that's not you and you are with someone who is, you might want to reevaluate that relationship, because it's not going to change. And they may change for a moment, but if it's right back there in a few days, few weeks, few hours, how much more do you want to take of that? So get clear about, who are you? What do you like about yourself? What do you feel like you need to work on? And what part of you don't you like? And how can you reshape that relationship with that side of you? Okay? So think about it. And the last card that comes out is take action. If not now, when? Start where you are today. Start where you are right now. This is the best time in your life, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are. If you're on this channel, you're an adult. And really start to look at, how would your life look if you were really in the ease and flow of life? How would it feel to have harmony and calmness and peace in your life? How would it feel for you to be at peace? How would it feel that you're not stressing out? I've talked to a friend earlier today, and they were saying how the energies on the planet have felt really intense over the last few weeks. And I shared with her, and we kind of were like, yeah, you too. I didn't want to say it out loud, but me too. And we started to share how we were feeling. And I said to her, at one point, I felt so sad. And I was like, wait, this is not mine. This is not me. Okay, we're shifting this energy. And I got up and did something else and took my mind off of it. And I tell my clients all the time, test and see, is it your energy? Because I work with a lot of empaths, people who are extremely sensitive to the universe and the energies that are really heightened at this time. Really shift what you're doing. If you can't get up and go anywhere, get up and walk around wherever you are and start counting backwards from 900. Start counting backwards from 600. Pick something random to do. Clean out a drawer. Go to the window and count the snowflakes if you're somewhere where snow's falling. That's something different. See, try something different. Even do something silly like that. Do something creative. Sit down and write. Write a poem. Write a story. Journal. Change your mindset so that you can then begin to step back a little and really evaluate and see, hey, is this my energy? Is this how I wish to show up? Is this really who I am? And if it's not, hey, you're good. You can do something about it. You have a choice. So right now, great time to take action, okay? It is a great time to say no to the naysayers or people who tell you what your life could look like, should be like, and how you should be responding. And get ready for some magic to show up in your life. When we are open to receive and believe it'll happen, look out. Good things are coming. All right? So come on back another day to to wisdom from the angels. Remember, on this channel, when we're not sure which angel to call in, we say, angels, get the flock in here. So go with that thought. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for showing up. And may your heart overflow with more miracles, joy, and love than you can even begin to believe. can happen, and things flow to you with ease. Take care. Come on back for another reading tomorrow from Wisdom from the Angels. This is Carolyn. Thank you for coming by.